Hello everyone, welcome to the Watchtower. I'm Andy, up here logging in for monitor duty, quarantined at home, doing some reading. Today, we're going to go over the most recent book I've read. This is Harleen by Stefan Sajic. That's coming up right after this. Alright everyone, like I was saying before, stuck here in quarantine a little bit, got a lot of free time, reading some graphic novels and stuff, getting some stuff out of the way. This most recent one I've read here is Harleen by Stefan Sajic. I'm really hoping I'm saying his name right. I don't think I am, but I really hope I am. But he wrote it, and he also did the artwork on it. So this is, if you couldn't tell by the name, this is kind of the Harleen Quinzel origin story. This is how she became Harley Quinn. This is her being a psychiatrist and everything, and being the Joker and everything that happened with that. This is a DC Black Label book, so it is an adult book. It's geared for adults. It has strong violence, sexuality, nudity, language in it. It hits all of them. This is an R-rated book. It's from their Black Label, so know that going in. This isn't for I know a lot of 13 or 14-year-old girls like Harley Quinn. Do not give this to your 13 or 14-year-old girl, daughter, or whoever. Just don't. Stay away from it. Find something else for them. Save this till they're older. But anyway, rambling. Gonna do my review of this. We're gonna go over the good, the bad, and we're gonna give a verdict. So, jumping right in here, starting out with the good of it. So the first pro is the artwork. The artwork in this book is so absolutely fantastic. I am not real familiar with his work. I read some. I know he did a little run on Aquaman that I read and I thought was really good. I know he did a run on Suicide Squad as well, but I didn't read that. And I know that I think he was from did some stuff for Top Cow or something too, or Image maybe. But this guy is a phenomenal artist. I absolutely love the artwork in this book. It was detailed. It was so very, very clear, so well done. The women look beautiful. Joker looked creepy and scary, but also had this charm and kind of handsomeness to him. Such very, very well done art for this book. Absolutely love this art. I would buy this. I would get this book just read just for the artwork alone. You don't even have to read the story. Story's a bonus. But I'll get it just for the artwork. It's that good. The artwork is absolutely phenomenal. Next pro are the characters in this. So I think I've mentioned before, once or twice, that I am not a huge Harley Quinn fan. She's just not a character that I just gravitate for. But I really, really liked her in this. She was absolutely outstanding. I really liked her character, going from this starting out as this bright-eyed, naive, psychiatrist coming out of school and everything, who never really had a lot of consequences or anything for her actions, kind of gotten through stuff, skated through stuff, and just thinking that she's just gonna come out and be an Arkham and everything, and she's just gonna be able to change stuff and fix stuff or whatever, and this idea of her and everything, and just how she just thought how she was just gonna be she was somewhat naive, just thinking she was going to be able to come out, and then just her hitting Arkham and understanding this is a completely different beast that she's not prepared for, and doing some psychiatrist work with some prisoners and stuff and some prisons and stuff did not get her ready for Arkham, and then especially crossing paths and just this fate of meeting the Joker and everything, and just crossing paths with the Joker, and she was definitely not ready for him. She could read all the books and everything about psychiatry and all the different notes and everything that other people have done her, but she was not ready for him. And he just Like, he wrecks her world in this, just wrecks her world. And she doesn't even see it happening. She thinks she's in, the so great thing about this is she thinks she's in control, and he just comes in and just never saw it coming. But I really liked her character arc in this. I thought it was really good, just showing this person who thought they were on the top, knew what they were doing, and just is slowly unraveling, and just kind of giving in, by the end of it, becoming the Harley Quinn and giving in to her darkest desires and everything. And I think it's a really good, cautionary tale about the human condition and everything. Like, everybody, I think, pretty much everybody has this, these dark thoughts or whatever, these impulses, but we don't act on them, because we know that's wrong. We have a moral center. This is someone who had that and everything, and her moral center just got eroded away, and by the end of it, she did horrible things that she would have never, the character of the game book would have never done. You never would have thought she would have done. So really like the whole character arc of her. Also, the other characters, the Joker was so, I really like the way he wrote the Joker. He was charismatic, he was charming, he was sinister, he was creepy, all these different elements that that the Joker should be. That's what he was. Just unpredictable. I absolutely loved how the Joker was written in this. Just absolutely stellar. I think, one of the great Joker depictions in comics is in this book. He just does a phenomenal job, and how manipulative he is and everything, and he can get under people's skin and everything. So well done. Some other great characters. Harvey Dent is in this. I really liked how they wrote Harvey Dent in this. DA. Believes in the system and everything. Another person who goes through a transformation in this. You meet him at the beginning. He's Harvey Dent and everything, and then transformation. By the end of it, he becomes Two-Face, and just his transformation in this, and how he believes in right and the system and everything, and how that changes over the course of the story, and just stuff happens, and really a lot of this is Harley Quinn and Harvey Dent. They're parallels, and how they both are on these paths, and they both get to a point, and they both take the wrong path, and they go off on these much darker journeys. So in a lot of ways, these two characters are parallels with each other, which I really liked. And then of course Batman's in this. He's very small part, not a whole lot, but always good to have Batman in a story. He pops up. You can't have a story in Gotham really without Batman being in there. So Batman's in there, and he's not in the story a lot, but his presence on the story is felt more heavily than what he's actually in the page, because just all these prisoners in Arkham Asylum and everything that he put there, and as she starts to interview people and stuff, and starts to interview the Joker and everything, and starts to see that maybe Batman's a problem and everything, and Batman, and just her starting to have sympathy for the patients instead of the legal system, justice, and Batman and everything, and just how it warped her, and him Batman kind of being a little bit of a catalyst for her transformation, because it gives her someone to blame for how the Joker has turned out. It's Batman's fault. So really, really good. Love the characters. And then my third pro, I've kind of mentioned this with the characters, but Harley Quinn's character arc in this. Absolutely loved it. I touched on that with the character and everything, so I'm not going to go over a whole lot more, but I loved her character arc in this. Starting out, innocent for the most part, naive, thinking, that she was going to, make change and everything and do all this stuff, and then, by the end, dark, broken, just completely in a completely different place. And I just thought that was so well done. Really, really liked it. Alright, that's all my pros. My last, my con, I have one con. And as much as I like this story, this is a familiar story. You know the ending of it. Everybody knows the story of Harley Quinn. She starts out as a psychiatrist. She meets the Joker. She falls in love with him. She breaks bad. She becomes Harley Quinn. She becomes a murderous sidekick to the Joker. Same thing happens in this. There's some more nuance, and you get some more into her character and everything, and her psyche. But it's the same general story. It has those same beats. There's no new wrinkles added to that story or anything. There's nothing new. They don't update. They don't change it. They don't say like, oh well, she didn't want to do this or whatever. Is she hesitant in parts? Yes, she is. She's trying to figure out why he has this hold over her, why she's so attracted to him. But by the end of the story, she comes out the same place that she has in every Harley Quinn origin story that we've already known. So that's a little bit of a letdown. As great as this book is, there's no new ground here. There's nothing in this book new information that you're going to know. There's just not. It's familiar. We know where her character's going to end up. Now, it'll be interesting if they're going to do. I know the author before said that he would like to do more stories set in this world, following Harley Quinn, with her interaction with like Poison Ivy and stuff, and different stuff, and more of her interaction with Batman and stuff as a villain. So it'll be interesting if we see more of her path and everything, of her start reforming and stuff and going back towards the side of good or whatever. But for right now, it's the standard. We know the origin story of her, so there's nothing new really added to the pot. So if you're going to go in expecting there's going to be some sort of like twist or some wrinkle or anything, it's not going to be there. This story's going to end exactly where you know it's going to end. But that being said, overall, I really like this book. The art was good. The story was really well written. It does have that familiar ending, but I really, really liked it. And it's a Harley Quinn book, and I was going in here with very, very low expectations. And I want to thank subscriber Jay Jimenez, who recommended this book. I probably wouldn't have picked this up unless he recommended me to pick this up, because he said that he really liked it. Because just Harley Quinn, I wouldn't have picked it up. So Jay, if you're watching this, thank you so much for recommending this. It was a really, really good read. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. So, my overall score of this, I would give this book a 9 out of 10. It's it's a solid read. It's very well done. The art is incredible, but it loses that 1 point for me because it is a familiar story. But if you guys like Harley Quinn and you just can't get enough of her, pick this up. Or maybe you're not familiar with Harley Quinn and you want like a starting off point, something to start reading. That would be good too. If you don't know a lot about the character, you could read that as well. You could read this as well. And this whole set is a self-contained story. You don't have to worry about reading anything else to understand it. So that would that'd be a good starting point as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this up and reading it. Well, we got some time right now. We're all in self-isolation and everything. Now would be a good time to read this. In closing, everyone, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. And Jay, once again, thank you for recommending this book. I really, really enjoyed it. And you guys, if anybody ever has a book that they think that I would like or whatever to recommend to me to read, feel free to drop me a line in the comments saying, hey, have you read this or whatever, you should read it. I'll definitely, if I haven't, I will definitely try to pick it up and read it and do a review of it for you. Not promising that I will, but I'll definitely try. There are a lot of books out there, and I have a lot of books on order still that I'm trying to get through and everything. So, but I'll definitely try to read you guys' suggestions, because I want to know what you guys are reading and everything. So, thank you all so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you the next time that I log in for monitor duty up here in the Watchtower.